puppy.
Yeah? Why the puppy?
It's cuter.
Because it's cuter?
Yeah.
Really? Do you want to be in a video? Do you want to answer the question?
Should we be?
Yeah. Why not?
Yeah. What do I do?
No, you just got to answer. I want to ask you some questions about it. So you said you would
Okay.
save the puppy, yeah?
Yeah, I'd save the puppy.
And who would you save?
Puppy.
Puppy?
Yeah.
Can I ask why?
Because you keep puppies as pets.
Because you keep puppies
And you
as
eat
pets.
pigs.
And you eat pigs.
Yeah.
That is often true, yeah? What do you think about that?
I don't know. I just like dogs.
You like dogs?
Yeah.
So you guys don't like pigs?
No, I'm not saying that.
I like pigs,
just
but if
like-
I had to choose,
Yeah.
I'd save the puppy.
Can I ask why you didn't save both?
You didn't, was that an option?
I didn't say you had to choose one. I said who would you save?
Oh, I'd save both of them.
Oh, you
then.
would save both?
Yeah, I'd
Okay.
save both.
Alright, so if you had the option to save both, you
Yeah.
would?
Yeah.
Alright. Can I ask if either of you are vegan?
No.
No.
Okay. So you would save both if you had the option.
Yeah.
But do you eat pigs?
Yeah.
So you don't really save both, do you?
No.
No, you don't. What's stopping you both from going vegan and just saving both at every meal?
I think mainly because for dinner, it's not really my decision in my household.
Yeah,
It's
true.
just whatever my parents cook.
Okay.
And we just eat a lot of meat.
Yeah.
And what if your parents cooked up a little puppy for dinner? Would you eat that?
So.
Ah,
Oh.
well.
I mean, we breed dogs, so like,
You breed dogs?
yeah.
Okay. Why do you breed dogs? For money?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, we sell them.
Yeah, we
so-
sell them, so I guess.
Yeah, right. Okay. How would you feel if someone did that in a human context? What if someone was breeding humans for selling them? Would that be a bit wrong?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It would be wrong. So why is it not wrong for dogs and every other animal?
It's actually a really great
Yeah.
question.
I'm glad. What's your answer?
I don't know. I feel like it's just more normalised.
It's more normalized, yeah, you're right. But just because something's normalized, does that make it morally okay or justifiable?
Not really.
Right.
No.
It would be a form of slavery, wouldn't it, to
Yeah.
breed humans to sell them, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. So would you agree that it's a form of slavery if we do it to animals?
In a way, yeah.
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 Yeah. I guess it's just normalised, so no one really
Normalised.
thinks about it.
Do you know what used to be normalized?
Slavery.
Yeah,
Yeah,
human
true
slavery.
that, true that.
Many horrible things used to be normalized, yeah?
Yeah.
So can I ask again, like, what's stopping each of you from going vegan?
Nothing
Nothing
really.
really,
Like,
no.
could.
I just
Yeah.
never really thought about it.
Yeah, do you
Like,
think you
in
might
that
at
way.
some point?
I think now, yeah.
Yeah.
You would?
I'd like think about it more.
You'll think about it more. Well, I didn't really have to do much to get that answer out of you.
Nah.
Yeah? So at what point will you go vegan? What's going to be the thing that actually one day you go, all right, today's the day I go vegan? What would be the thing?
Wake up, feel like
Wake up and feel
I
like
don't
it.
know. I feel like I just need to deepen a bit more in my head.
Sure. Well, can I ask you a question then?
Yeah.
Let's say that you were in the animal's position.
Yeah.
You were going into a slaughterhouse.
Yeah.
Yeah. How soon would you want your oppressor to go vegan? At some point in the future? Let them think about it a little bit? Or would you want them to go vegan straight away?
Straight away.
Straight away.
Yeah.
What's the number one benefit of going vegan?
Saving this pig and this puppy.
You're not wrong. You save them, yeah?
Yeah.
What do you think the number one benefit is?
yeah, it's same.
Same thing? Yeah? Well, you're 100% correct. The number one benefit for both of you, though, is it sounds like you're both against abusing animals, yeah?
Yeah.
Well, by going vegan, you won't be a hypocrite because you won't be abusing animals anymore. How do you feel about that? Is that true?
Well, I don't want to be a hypocrite, so.
Yeah.
I didn't want to be a hypocrite. I wasn't vegan for most of my life.
Yeah.
How many years? 18 years. I'm 24 now, so I had to make that decision because I was also against abusing animals like both of you.
Yeah.
So I'm really glad to hear that
That's fair. That's fair.
you guys don't want to be hypocrites anymore
Yeah.
and you would consider going vegan because you know, as you said, if you were going into that slaughterhouse,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
want everyone to be vegan. Thank you so much. What was your names?
Haley.
Haley, I'm Jack.
Tiana.
Nice to meet you,
Nice to
Tiana.
meet you, Jack.
Thank you so much for the conversation. Oh yeah, do you guys know about what happens in like the dairy industry? Right, because when I say vegan, what do you think that means?
We're not
Oh,
eating.
meat, but it
It's
counts for like.
yeah.
All animal products.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that includes like animal slavery,
Yeah.
breeding them, because we wouldn't do that to humans because that would be slavery and that's wrong.
Yeah.
So can I ask what you think happens in the dairy industry and why vegans, and the egg industry, and why vegans would be against that?
Because like the opposite of free range, keeping them in cages to get like eggs and
And
stuff.
that's part of it, but they can be free range too, yeah?
Yeah.
And veganism is against free range because, do you know why?
No.
They all go to a slaughterhouse too.
Oh.
It's the same as the meat industry.
Yeah, oh, that's really sad.
But not only that, as I said earlier, is that it is animal slavery, and they are exploited.
Yeah.
In the dairy industry, mother cows, they're raped year after year. Do you know why I say raped?
Because they get forced to.
They have to be
breed.
impregnated, yeah?
Yeah.
Because how do all mammals produce milk? They have to be impregnated, yeah?
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
Well, not good. Like
it's nasty.
knowing that is a bit like uneasy.
Yeah, and that's not it. Because what happens to the male cows when they give birth to a bobby calf? They don't produce milk. What do you think happens to them?
Slaughtered.
They do. They go to a slaughterhouse. They're murdered.
Damn.
Yeah. And the reason they go to a slaughterhouse, mother cows, at a fraction of their natural lifespan, why do you think?
I don't know.
Because they stop producing enough milk to be profitable.
Oh.
So it's not profitable to the industry, so they send them to have their head chopped off.
Oh my god.
Same happens in the egg industry.
Yeah.
Because male chicks, they don't produce eggs. Guess what happens to them? Standard
Slaughtered.
practice. They actually blend them up in a macerator
Ew.
on like their first day of life. Mother hens, same thing as the dairy cows, because they stop producing enough eggs to be profitable,
Yeah.
sent to a slaughterhouse. And they're enslaved their entire life, yeah. So is that more of a reason to go vegan?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
I'm so glad.
I'm
so glad.
convinced.
You're convinced.
Yeah.
Well, if you want, you can reach out to myself. I'm on Instagram. If you ever have any questions about going vegan,
Yeah.
I'm always there.
Yeah, of
I guess you don't have your phone on you. Just remember the name Jack Higgs, Jackhiggs,
Yeah.
269.
Okay.
Search it up, and you'll see some other videos like this one. And I can always help with going vegan.
Jack Higgs 269.
That's it.
I got it.
Thank you so much for coming over and
That's
being in the
alright.
video.
Thank you.
It was a good conversation.
Have a good day, guys.
You too.